Welcome to Belonging in Britain, a three-part series exploring what it means to be Scottish, British, or something in between, through everyday conversations and life across the city. Rather than treating identity as fixed, this series looks at how it's shaped through language, culture, and shared experience. As an American student studying abroad, I came here with a different understanding of identity. In the United States, identity is often framed as something individual, something you define for yourself. But in Scotland, identity feels more collective. It's tied to history, place, and the way people speak. This episode will focus on how language and accent are attached to one's identity. We start by talking with David, a retired British Army
The
soldier.
first question is, do you resonate more with the Scottish or British? British? And why? Okay. And do you think accents change how you perceive speech? Yeah, definitely. And what ways have you experienced that in your life?
Experience the key, but I just feel that obviously we've all got their own accents in their own areas.
So do you think accents represent like belonging in people? Like depending on where you're from?
Next, let's have a chat with Mai, an international student studying here in
Do you
Scotland.
ever feel like you have to change your accent when talking to certain people or in certain circumstances?
Well, not particularly. I think my accent is kind of easy to understand. It's kind of more on the American side, which is like an easier accent to understand and also no.
Yeah, okay. And then, do you ever, do accents change how you perceive other people?
Do accent change how? Interesting question. Yes, kind of. Like from how people speak, you can kind of tell what kind of culture they're from, and from the language that they're using, you kind of tell what social context they're in.
Listening to these conversations, identity here doesn't settle into one answer. It shifts, depending on experience, background, and even the way someone speaks. For one voice shaped by years in the British Army, belonging is tied to something larger: shared institutions, service, and a national identity that extends beyond place. Even growing up in Edinburgh, British identity feels stronger than Scottish to David. For another, coming from outside the UK, accent becomes something different. Not a barrier, but a signal. A way people form impressions, even if those impressions aren't always good. Together, these perspectives show something more complex than a simple divide between Scottish and British. Culture here overlaps. It layers. It allows for multiple identities to exist at once, sometimes comfortably, sometimes with tension. And language sits right at the center of that. It's not just how people communicate, it's how they're understood. It shapes how others see them and how they see themselves. As American students, this is where the difference becomes clear. In the United States, accents exist, but they rarely define whether someone belongs to the nation itself. Identity often feels more individual, something you claim rather than something shaped around you. But here in Edinburgh, identity feels more collective. It's built through shared history, through culture, and through the subtle ways people speak and are heard. And in listening to these voices, we're not just learning about Scottish and British identity, we're also rethinking our own. In the next episode, we explore how class and culture influence identity across Britain, and how those forces shape the way people are seen, heard, and understood.